Hey, it's El Torcaso, the encouraging helper. So, some of y'all are probably thinking, why does he like the drive-in so much? A lot of you may never even heard of a drive-in, may never even known what it was. Well, back before I was born and before you were born, in a lot of cases, drive-ins were a huge thing. In fact, a lot of times that's where most people went to the movies. And a lot of times people went there to watch the movie, and let's just say that to have a night out. The drive-in, honestly, is a really, really cool place to be. But why do I like the drive-in so much? Well, blame it on Star Wars: A New Hope. Yeah, the first ever Star Wars movie. Blame it on Star Wars. You see, I was in Scranton, PA, in the United States of America, in the Commonwealth state of Pennsylvania. I was in Scranton, PA, and I got to see Star Wars, the original, on the big screen at a drive-in. And let me tell you, it was something else. It was amazing. Even though the special effects aren't what they were today, they were great back then. And now, with the remastered stuff, it's even better. But at the drive-in, it's just, there's no experience that you can compare it to, really. And here's the other thing that I love personally about the drive-in. I also like astronomy, looking at the stars, the other planets, the stars, the nebulas, and all that stuff. And what's really nice on a clear night, if you don't have light pollution as much, sometimes you're at the drive-in and you're not only seeing the stars on the movie screen, you're seeing actual stars. If you look up in the sky, you can see stars, planets sometimes, you name it. The drive-in is just so cool. And you know what else is nice about it? You'll get your concessions. If you want concessions, not only can you get them, but they're a whole lot cheaper at the drive-in than they are in a regular movie theater. But it gets even better than that. Let's say that they were the same price. Usually the drive-in has a lot larger. For example, if you're a popcorn person, you get a lot more of it. You pay less than $10 at a lot of drive-ins, and it's enough for the whole family, believe me. And I'll tell you what, you can't beat it. But then sometimes the drive-in can really get you. I saw a movie years ago called When a Stranger Calls. And we saw that at the drive-in. And whoo, boy, that was a thriller. That was a frightening movie. That made these so-called slasher movies look like a joke and a half. It wasn't a slasher movie. It was a psychologically frightening movie. Look it up online. See if you can see it. Now, you won't be able to see it at the drive-in, but it will get you. Because what it basically was there's a guy who was let's just say, a murderer. And I'm not going to give a spoiler, but let's just say that it was extremely frightening. So frightening that person that I was living in the same house with, same building with, she had a Great Dane. Yeah, a Great Dane dog. And she was so scared, and a group of us were, that we all sat in basically the living room right next to Maya the dog. We surrounded that dog. We were like, oh no, you ain't getting me. I know it was a movie, but whoo, boy, was it a movie. I would not suggest you watch that alone. I mean, now, yeah, I know that it was just a movie, and it's really not frightening like it was back then, but it's still pretty frightening if you really watch it. And I tell you what, right now, I believe her name was Pat. She was so scared. She was like, I'm getting my dog. And a lot of us boys, we were a bunch of guys at the same place, right? We're like, yeah, go ahead and get your dog. And so we was all acting all cold, like we ain't worried. But guess what? Most of us slept out in the hallway, in the living room, right around that dog, not too far from Maya. to the spirit of Maya the dog, God rest your soul, baby. And I hope your spirit is allowed to go to heaven. I hope animals are allowed. Maya was a wonderful dog. She bit me one time by accident, but it was an accident. She was asleep. I didn't know, but she was a sweetheart other than that. But she tried to intimidate me after that, and then one time I had to let her know what time it was. And so I did. I bowled around. I told her, try that again. Well, we won't go into that. That was a long time ago. But yep, that's the reason why I love the drive-in so much. I saw 2 great movies, and Star Wars was the very first movie. Now, when I went to see that movie, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't hear any hype or anything. And when it first came on, I was like, what in the world is this? It was cool. But yep. Now, let me give you a piece of advice. If you do find a drive-in, go. And if you do go to the drive-in, if you like astronomy at all, and it's not raining, and it's a nice night, look up. You might just find yourself a few more stars. It is fun. I'm telling you, and you usually get to see 2 movies for the price of 1. Yeah, 2 movies. So I don't know about you, but I'll tell you this. I love me some drive-in movies. Oh, yeah. And by the way, a lot of them are first run. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So get yourself to the drive-in. You're going to love it.